there and
I know you guys. I know what you guys are thinking. You're really going to play a clip with Gino Bisconte? That's what I call the Gino Bisconte clip, a jip, because it's a jip. You didn't get your money's worth. Anyway, Gino don't talk on here. This is my favorite Gino. Also, I call this show the Compound Curse because his life's over. April Bisconte, what's her name? April Imhol, her life's over. She don't have no job, and she'll never get another job. And look at Gino, all like, yeah, I'm here for you, buddy. I'm a good listener. I'm here for you, buddy. April life is over thanks to Chrissy and Compound Media. Once you get involved with Compound Media, that's why I got the fuck out. Once you get involved with Compound Media, it's over. Some people get out alive. Some people don't. Gino takes it. Pat Dixon, Aaron Berg, Cumia. Cumia's almost dead. Cumia had to move to a different state to get away from Gino because Gino was drinking him to death. Now look at these clowns. I mean, Aaron's he's going to have a good couple of weeks. And then after that, he's going to pick up the piece and go, what the fuck am I doing?
7 weeks. I used to kind of clean up a little around the kitchen area. I used to clean, and I would get the kids involved. We'd clean off the table.
Little games for the kids. Let's play cleanup. That's what kids love to do. When their parents are doing coke upstairs, kids like to clean. I know I did. My parents did a lot of coke, so we had to do a lot of cleaning.
You know, they'd help me do the dishes and stuff like that. That sink kind of became my project because while they were running kids around or they were, doing drugs, I was like, I'm going to keep myself busy. And the sink was always so disgusting. There were so many dishes and so many fucking whiskey glasses. It was ridiculous. And just trying to stay ahead of it, trying to keep the sink empty. If I was there 2 days in a row, I could get the sink empty and I could get the dishes clean.
But look at Gino. Gino's really, really asking all the tough questions. But Gino's a cokehead alcoholic himself, so what can he say? Gino lived with Kevin Dombrowski for years.
If I came back, say 2 days later, just piled up again. Why
who people do coke? Why can't they clean? Don't they have a lot of energy? That's what I never understood. Let's do coke and then do what? What do you do when you do coke? What do you do? See, if you're at a bar, you're trying to hook up at the disco. But otherwise, you got a lot of energy. You're all coked up. It's literally an expression. You're all coked up. Where you can't do dishes or vacuum?
I would do that. The table would be full of shit. You couldn't even sit at it. I had the kids and Kayla and I cleaned the table off so they could sit down and eat food and stuff like that.
Oh, that's very thoughtful. That's really doing a good job.
The clothes were fucking disgusting.
I heard they were moldy. I'm like, how does that happen? And Keanu's like, you take them out of the dryer. They're still wet. You throw them on the table. They get moldy. I'm like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Why? Hey, I understand you're on coke, but you can't let the dryer do its job. Let the clothes dry, then take them out so they don't moldy.
The cops noted mold. I never saw mold.
Yeah, you have to test for mold. I don't think you usually see mold. You might smell it.
But they would have dirty clothes stacked in the laundry room, out the door, down the hall, and then down the rest of the hall, backed up into
Why would they have all these clothes everywhere?
The kitchen area. That's how many dirty clothes they had. And they would
he thought, you know what? I'm going to stick around with these people. I'm going to see where this goes. This pile of clothes. I'm going to see where this pile of clothes takes me. I'm going to stick it out with these people.
If you wanted to...
You have five.
Artie Lang, another guy. Compound Media. Compound Media is a dangerous, dangerous fucking place. That's why anybody who has any kids just gets the fuck out of that place. They know it's all drugs and sex and, well, not sex, drugs and alcohol. And Ugh.
Kids.
Well-
You can have a lot of laundry.
And then Aaron Inholm was minding his own business, begging for super chats. And then all of a sudden he got hooked up with the good people at Compound Media. Now how's it going?
Well, then fucking keep up, because you would walk to their bedroom and you just walked over a mountain of dirty clothes. You literally had to walk over the dirty clothes to get down the hallway because it took up the whole hallway. So you're walking on a pile of dirty clothes to get back to their bedroom. And then in the living room, all furniture loaded up with clean clothes.
Why?
Not put away, not folded, anything like that. It was...
That's why Coke is bad. It's like you're coked up, but you don't do anything with that extra energy. I have a half hour, 5 hour energy. I can do laundry all day.
Filthy home.
Yeah, I mean, if you had guests over, they'd have nowhere to sit. You couldn't have people over.
He had you over. You're not people? And your kids? Why would you bring your kids there?
How big was their house? Was it a nice place?
Big house. Yeah, nice big house.
Make
I
a
would
joke.
say.
Oh, big house is right.
They're going to the big house. I'm in such a good mood now. I might stop doing the show. I might go seriously. I might just go for a walk. I'm so glad I'm not on coke. I'm so glad I'm not addicted to cocaine. I mean, look at these guys trying so hard to be cool. Gino and fucking Chrissy and the REKIETAs. I don't even know who they are. Aaron trying to be cool. Let's do coke. Let's get young girlfriends and do coke.
They're going to be living in a big house.
No.
Big house.
We heard it the first time.
Yeah, so I mean, the house was an absolute mess. The carpets were all stained and dirty, and they need to be ripped up and replaced. Every stitch of carpeting in that place. It's nasty. The bedroom is like, there's just shit in the bedroom pushed to the side, so you have little walkways to get around. $1 million
home on Zillow, says Brooklyn Pisola.
Is it $1 million? I thought it was like 700 something, but I could be wrong. Yeah. So
Right.
Beautiful house, and they've just treated it like shit. It's just gone completely to shit. Nobody ever sweeps or Swiffers or vacuums.
Why? What do they do after they're cooked up? Someone explain it to me.
Or anything. It's all to shit. All to shit. A search of the home turned up several items in the master bedroom and closet, including 26.67 grams of cocaine, 8 ketamine pills, a digital scale, an AR rifle, a .22 caliber spent casing, 2 credit cards belonging to Imholt on the nightstand, is what I heard. But if they were in the bathroom, I wonder what those were being used.
By the way,
I talked to April. I said, when she's like, Chad Buzmak says, you let your wife sit on your show live, gacked out, rolling eyes in the back of her head numerous times. Yeah, and I didn't notice it until we were on the show.
There's a new clip. It seems similar to the last clip, but this is a little bit longer. I know you guys are like, huh? Wasn't there a gap there? Speaking of gaps. Anyway, wasn't there a gap there? Yeah, I did this all by myself.
And after the show, we'd have a little talk about it, and then everybody would fight. It was wonderful. It was great. And by the way, I don't want to hear, oh, you're talking
You guys are going to like this. He screams for like a couple of minutes.
About the Nick shit and just to build your
I know how to build it up. I know how to build up clips. Start small, and then you build them up to a frenzy.
First of all, no, I'm talking about it because it was my life for the last 6 months.
It's
and
my
second of all,
life. It's now or never.
Nick got fucking famous leeching off of people's most disastrous, fucking horrible moments like Amber Heard and the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. That's
famous.
Exploiting people too.
I like how people are like, Nick's famous. Nick, I've never heard of Nick until 3 days ago.
We're all on the internet doing a talk show. Doing a talk show in general is exploitative. You're talking.
It is. Talking is exploitative.
About anything that can get you attention and entertain your audience. And this is
That's exploitative. Don't hit the like button. Short show today. I'm in too good a mood to be sitting here watching this Garbage.
Other thing that, when I talked to April, I said, when she's like, the internet has ruined it and your show has ruined it. And I'm like, when you were in that room with him and her voice is on that stream, when you went down there and let him go on the fucking air in that condition and you didn't pull the plug and stop that and take a man who was clearly having problems and deep in the throes of addiction, it means you were either as fucked up as he was or you enabled the shit out of him. When you guys let that stream go out, you embarrassed.
Oh, there's another clip. I couldn't organize on the clips. It wasn't like a huge task, but it was like, okay, which ones to play? Anyway, there's another story. Aaron's talking about this Nick REKIETA guy, and he goes, I saw that Nick, I saw in his eyes that Nick had no respect for me. I'm like, he's fucking your wife. Of course he has no respect for you. What? You think even if it's a trade, you think he has any respect for you? You're letting a guy fuck your wife. You think he respects you? I saw in his eyes he didn't respect me anymore. He's fucking your wife. She's licking his asshole. You think he respects you? He's a cokehead, and you're letting a cokehead fuck your wife. How dare you, sir?
Yourself and fucked yourselves far more than any of my commentary could. So I'm getting real tired of the lack of fucking responsibility.
On the first page of Google.
Whoa. Gino.
Sorry.
I'm getting really tired of the lack of fucking responsibility. It does.
Gino lost his YouTube channel for a week. Is this what they call, what do you call it when you bypass?
Does anger me. And
no offense to Anthony Cumia. They doing a show today? They have the week off. They used to give us this week off, Memorial Day. Hey, have the week off, guys. We get paid? No. So do the subscribers get a discount because they have no shows for a week? No. We're keeping all the money. We're not going to pay you, but enjoy your week off. Take your family somewhere, maybe to the grocery store. You can't really take them anywhere because you have a week off, but it's not paid. So you're losing money. Thank you, Keith the cop. And then when I was going to quit, Keith was like, we'll pay you for 4 weeks off. We'll pay you for vacation. Well, what do you need, boss?
It does make me want to say more and harp on things. And it does. I'll be very honest with you. It makes me want to twist the blade because you've watched these people. They've hurt their children. They've hurt my children. They've hurt me. They've done all of these.
You fucked her 100 times. How many times were you there? You fucked her somewhere between a couple of dozen, 24, and a hundo. But now he's acting like, oh my God, it was horrible.
Things. And they will not even admit that they have a fucking problem. Nick was poo-pooing the idea of rehab yesterday. And let me agree with Nick on one thing. He shouldn't go to rehab because rehab is...
They said he's gonna, I gotta sing that song. How'd that work out for her? Amy.
For people who believe they have a fucking problem and they want to get better and they want to be better parents and they want to be better spouses, and he doesn't give a flying fuck about anybody but Nick sucking REKIETA. That's not his legal middle name.
Look at Gino. Gino has that look in his eye like, stop fighting it. Stop resisting. You got the compound curse and there's nothing you can do about it now. There's not a thing you can do. You can fight it all you want, but pal, you're done. You're done, pals. You and your wife, April Imholt, will never get another job. She'll end up working, like there's casinos up there, I think, with the Indian tribes, northern Minnesota, near South Dakota and North Dakota. She'll end up getting, like being a hooker up there. No one's going to give her a job. She was arrested for drugs. That stays on your record for a mighty long time.
He doesn't fucking care. So that's good.
Gino's like, look we got another one. We got another one. Got him.
He should not go to rehab. Save that spot in rehab for somebody who wants to get better and thinks they have a problem. This arrogant son of a bitch thinks he can
Who are you talking to? Gino now? Who's he talking to?
Smart cocaine. This son of a bitch.
Gino, he's talking to Gino. Look, Gino's just smirked. He's like, I outsmarted cocaine a couple of times this week.
thinks that he can outsmart the police and prosecutors who have him dead to rights, finding his little mobile fucking pharmacy and his harem that he had going on in his bedroom.
Listen, this guy, this REKIETA guy, again, these guys are all losers, but the number one move when you're trying to start a cult is you start fucking the people that work there, you start fucking their wives because it's a test to see what a cuck this guy is, and that you'll submit to the grand leader. And the fact that Steel Toe didn't see that coming is really, maybe he did see it coming. But I mean, the fact that he was like, I'm so mad about it. You fucked her somewhere between 25 and 100 times. That's a lot of visits. But now all of a sudden he's like, that's Nick REKIETA? You're a terrible guy. So are you, Steel Toe.
And I'm sure he's glad that
You're bringing your kids over there? Some guy's fucking your wife and you're fucking his wife? Ugh. Listen, I'm no prude. Maybe I am. It's just...
walked the fuck out so that he could have his two girls. One of them he married and is just trying to keep happy so she doesn't bother him. Meanwhile, she's texting me that everything's a fucking disaster. And then he can have his younger fucking squeeze that he can do coke with and fuck. I'm sure he was really glad that I left, even though he was like, oh, dude, I'm going to help you with your marriage. I'm going to give advice. I'm going to counsel. I'll take care of this. You fuck.
He probably talked to your wife a lot when he was fucking her. Probably got to some insights into what she needed and what was wrong with her. She opened up to her. What do you call it? If you're a dude, you have a mistress. If you're a lady, what do you have, a mister?
Fucking lying sack of shit. You probably threw me under the bus every goddamn fucking time she said, oh, we thought about cocaine again. Oh, no, don't worry, because it's okay, because I've read and done the research that it's actually this, and this. You lying sack, you opportunistic fucking weasel. There's a reason
you let him fuck your wife. If you didn't like the guy, why are you letting him fuck your wife? What?
You think you have to buy all your friends because you're not a loyal dude. You're not a good guy.
He's talking to Gino, I think.
Remember
Gino and Aaron Berg were inseparable. Whenever Gino thought of something funny, he would text Aaron Berg immediately. That's what he would say. He goes, you're my bestie forever. Now look at Gino. Never even thinks about it. I think about Aaron Berg more than Gino does, I bet.
Selfish, arrogant, narcissistic piece of shit.
That's Gino.
And the whole world saw it in this arrest, where you fucking are a smug till the bitter end, and then telling people, oh, no, rehab, tell me you know nothing about law without... Nick, you're a dog shit fucking lawyer. You're a terrible lawyer. Any lawyer worth a shit that I've talked to has said, of course, when you get arrested for drugs, you go to rehab first. How about this, Nick? When you lose your fucking kids... when you can't see your fucking kids, Nicky.
He don't care. He's got your wife and cocaine. Kids are in the way when you do a lot of coke, I'm guessing. I mean, if you don't have kids, you have less dishes to clean. You have less laundry.
How about then you admit, maybe we'll say it again, crossed the Rubicon. Maybe I've got...
Rubicon. Is that where the North Stars play? Are they still the North Stars, Minnesota North Stars? They play at the Rubicon.
Got a problem. Maybe I've got an issue that I should probably take care of. Maybe when your 5 fucking kids can't see their fucking dad because he's too big of a fucking mess, you should finally admit that maybe it's time to fix your shit and own something for once in your life, you silver spoon chewing dumb fuck. Once in your goddamn life, take some responsibility to help somebody else. It might be too late for you, but it's not too late for your fucking kids. Admit you have a problem, go away, get better.
Well...